Paige Shoven, and I too am running for Place 1 for LISD Board of Trustees. I am running because it is time for me to do more than what I've already done. What have I already done? I've been on PTA at the local level. I've been on PTA at the council level. I've been on PTA at the area level, and I've worked at PTA on the state level. When you've got all of that going in one direction, there's not a whole lot of room for anything else. So most of my activities have been directed at the PTA and making sure that every child has one voice and that we're doing everything we can to make sure all of our children are successful in the futures that they create, the new mission statement that LISD has put forward. What opportunities do you see if we're addressing potential budget deficits? Last year, when Dr. Waddell came in, through attrition, we eliminated 7 assistant superintendent positions, and he realigned his cabinet. That saved the district almost $3 million. This year, we started putting children on buses, especially on the other side of the district. That cost the district $1 million for 1,000 children. A little easy math there, that's $1,000 a kid to bus them up and down Valley. There's got to be a better, more economically efficient way to do that. I'd like to look at those issues. If we have a surplus, hopefully next year when state legislation goes back into office, we may, keep your fingers crossed, let's do our voting and get the right people in office, get a little extra money. And where does that money need to go? Back into our teachers' pockets. Our teachers are ranked in the bottom quartile of the region pay-wise, and that's not fair to them. They're doing an amazing job, and we need to support the teachers. They increased the health care benefits for the teachers this year, like almost everyone else's insurance went up. The district's asking the teachers to pick up that 6% on their backs. I don't think that's fair. I think we need to meet them in the middle and do that. And I think that if they're not taking benefits, there should be some compensation for that also. So we need to take care of our teachers. Addressing enrollment imbalances. That's a tough one. There's always that R word, rezone. Nobody likes that. Been a part of that. My child, it's happened to my kid, happened to my kid's friends. Nobody likes that. There's a couple of things we can do. We can, like she said, like Kathy said, we can deal with it until the enrollment numbers come down. For McCamey specifically, that's not looking to happen anytime in the near future. I was actually able to doing some research, talk to some people at McCamey this past week. They have 8 portables there, and they've got almost 1,100 students, like 990 plus students there on a building that should hold, it's at 117% of its capacity at this point in time. What would be the best thing to do? Don't know if we can do it. Have to talk to the Bond Oversight Committee. Is there any money left over in the 2008 bond project where we could do an addition at that school and keep all of those families together? That would be something to look into. Is there a way that if a family is unhappy, you've got Forest Wood and Shadow Ridge that are both understaffed or underpopulated, both of those schools could take someone on a volunteer basis who wanted to go into those schools. That's a possibility also. I think that the approach of rezoning via a hacksaw, which has been done several times in this district, is not the right way to treat children. I think a scalpel is more in place, more appropriate when dealing with rezoning issues, and I think we need to look at families on a case-by-case basis when needed. A little, like I said, I've been in the district for 12 years now. My husband is here with me tonight. We have 2 children at home that are I've got a 5th grader and a 1st grader that are in the district. They're the reason that I stand here for you tonight. They're the reason I got involved in PTA. They're the reason I started going to school board meetings back in 2007. They're the reason that I looked over the bond package that came across in 2008 and the TRE package that came to us in 2010. And they're the reason that I'm running today is because of them. If you have any questions, please feel free to see me afterwards. And my website is www.paigeshoven.com. Nice and simple. Thank you guys.